Hey guys, I'm back with another What's for Dinner video. And this night I made some mac and cheese. So I put 2 tablespoons of butter and I let it melt. And then 2 tablespoons of flour and let it cook off for a little while, which I forgot to record. Then I added about a half of a cup of milk and I stirred that around and let that incorporate. This is going to be our roux. I usually don't make a roux, but this time I decided let's do it. And this was amazing. So there I have a spoon that got lost in the sauce there. And I added my cheese. I did not film that, but I added Gouda, I added American, and I added Munster. Just a half of a teaspoon of mustard, a little dash of hot sauce, a teaspoon of garlic, a teaspoon of pepper, and I skipped out on the salt because the cheese is salty enough. So I let that all mix together, or melt together, I'm sorry. And in the meantime, I boiled some water and I boiled my pasta. You can use any kind of pasta you like. I used elbows for this. Once the pasta was done and drained, I just went ahead and dumped my cheese mixture in and I stirred it up. You can eat it like this or you can bake it. I decided to bake it this night, so I just put it into a pan and I used a disposable one because I didn't want to do the dishes. And I covered it up with some mild cheddar cheese, and that was that. That's all we have for dinner with a little bit of stewed tomatoes on the side. This night was real simple. I just put some Tyson already made chicken in the air fryer, cooked up some pierogies with some onions, and then just a bag of frozen broccoli. Didn't record it though, because who wants to see that? And we're being real around here. So now everybody's kind of not feeling so well. So this night I made some chicken soup. I just took out some chicken quarters and I threw them in some water and I used 2 of the large bouillon cubes. That was some parsley, about a half a cup of parsley, fresh parsley. It seems like a lot. You can use dried if you'd like. Then I used some of this adobo. You can use any kind of adobo. Probably about 3 tablespoons, give or take. Then I added my chopped up carrots, celery, and onion, and my chopped potatoes. We're not really big into potatoes in our soup, so I just put a little bit. Then once this all came to a boil and it was ready, I added a couple of little leftover pastas that I had, and that was that. So this night I decided to go out on a limb and try something I've never tried before. I did not do it from scratch, which is okay because a lot of weeknights it's really busy around my house and I need to take some shortcuts. So I made this korma chicken, it's called. It's a Middle Eastern dish. I really never heard of it, but I was in Aldi perusing the aisles and I found the sauce. So all you have to do is chop up an onion. You don't have to do this. You can just literally cook your chicken and then put the sauce over it. But I watched some videos about this dish and this is what I did. So I chopped up an onion and a little bit of oil in a pan and I let that onion get translucent. I added some fresh chopped carrots and some frozen peas, cooked that all down, and I let that cook that all down, and then I transferred it out of the pan because let's face it, I'm being lazy and I don't want to use another pan. Set that to the side and then added a little bit more oil in there and put my chicken in. So actually this was a really big hit in my house and I was kind of afraid because the sauce itself has some coconut in it, and I don't cook with a lot of coconut stuff. My family doesn't really care for it. So this was kind of a gamble, but it turned out to be really good. And there were there were leftovers, but they got finished right away. So I put the chicken in the pan with the oil, and then I decided I think I need some garlic. Well, I'm Italian, so everything needs garlic. But anyway, so I was having a really hard time because I had the camera in one hand and trying to do that. So put some garlic in there, probably about 4 cloves if my memory serves me well, and then some smoked paprika. I'm not a fan of the way the smoked paprika smells, but I added it anyway because I figured there was paprika in the sauce. So then I added all my veggies back in, and then I added the sauce that I bought with some onion flakes and salt and pepper. And I served it next to some rice with some naan bread, and that was that. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, please consider subscribing and hitting that post notification bell. Thanks for watching. Bye.